Craig's going?
Okay. This is my third video on projects. I want to talk about group work. When the prof says in a group, get in a damn group. I mean, he's not going to individually tell, Tamika, go with Johnson, with Muhammad. Most professors at the college university level let you pick your own groups, but you have to do it. So if a prof's talking in class on Tuesday and says, okay, I want you to get together in a group, don't walk out of that classroom unless you've got 2 or 3 people to be in a group. Make sure you say immediately right now, also, what is your cell phone number? What's your BBM? Can I BlackBerry message you, etc., etc.? This is really important because too many times I have students emailing me say, well, I got group members, but I emailed them and they didn't reply. Or I don't know who my group members are. I can't deal with that because I don't know their personal cell phone numbers or their BBMs, etc. You have to do that. So as soon as the prof says, get in groups and form a group and get your contact information, do it, all right? The other thing is, maintain contact with the other group members. If you're working on something independently and you're all going to get together and submit it and then hand it in, that's fine. But make sure you know who's going to be the person to staple all the sheets. Is your name on the cover page? I've had 4 people in a group sometimes and only 2 names on the cover page because they didn't know the proper spelling of the other persons. They only knew their BBM nicknames. That's important. You have to hand in all your things together. I only give the marks to whose name is on the front cover page. The other thing that often happens is people say, oh, well, so-and-so, she didn't come to the meeting, or this guy never showed up, didn't do his stuff. Don't put their name on the cover because that's not fair because that person's getting a mark. And if I suspect that somebody did nothing in the group, then I'll just open up to page 4 and I say, it says here, what does that mean? And it'll be kind of obvious that they know nothing about it because they didn't write it or have a chance to know. So that also means that when you're in a group and you're submitting your stuff, read each other's material so everybody knows what the entire group wrote, because sometimes that's also part of questions that end up being asked on the final exam. The other thing too, when in a group project, is have a page at the very front saying who does what in the group, because then it's easy for the prof marking to have some idea that everybody contributed equally. Those are my points about group work. Get your act together. It's very important. Many courses, group work is sometimes 20, 25, 30% of the mark. If you get a C because you just didn't do the right thing, it could negatively affect your grade point average as a whole.